Hi guys, I'm Miss Mini Life, and today I'm going to be building a miniature version of the bakery from Kiki's delivery service from scratch. Kiki's delivery service is the best Studio Ghibli film ever made. I know. I love Howl and Sophie and Chihiro too, but I identify the most with Kiki as someone who also struggles with low self-esteem and has trouble fitting in. She is my favorite character. The movie is completely heartwarming. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. Now, back to the subject of building the bakery. I'm using foam core from the 99-cent store, which I've been stocking up on since making these builds. And I'm also using this floor trim that I picked up at Home Depot to give the base a more polished look. These custom floorboards are made using 1/16 inch thick craft wood. And I'm scoring it and then using my favorite concoction wood stain of apple cider vinegar and instant coffee. I always use this stain since I'm such a coffee addict. I know I'll always have wood stain ingredients on hand. I made the wallpaper in Photoshop and attached it to some plywood for a sturdier back wall. Usually I forget to show you guys how I make the furniture patterns. I measured out the pieces based on 1/24th scale. I tried to be more organized in this video and keep all of the pattern pieces. At some point I want to set up a Patreon account and I'm thinking of giving you guys some downloadables, but so far I'm just scanning and saving these in a folder on my computer. What kind of bakery would this be without baked goods? Ghibli films have a way of making food so mesmerizing. At some points during the movie, I felt like I could almost smell the baguettes fresh from the oven. So I wanted to make sure that the mini bread and pastries was as close to the one in the films as possible. I'm using air dry resin clay to make the rolls. I'm not a huge fan of clays that have to be baked, so I'm working with this air dry clay, and it dries really fast and can be mixed with acrylic paints to create the exact colors I want, which means less different clays that I have to purchase and less annoyed that I have to be. Can you tell I've been frustrated with polymer clay? While making these croissants and baguettes, I was basically hungry for the entire time, and I know a few of you who follow me on Instagram shared my pain. I ate a lot more sweets than I normally do. And although I'd love to sit around eating pancakes all day, if I did that I'd end up, in the words of Kiki, fat, fat, fat! But maybe I'll just have one or two more. To make the metal trays for the displays, I'm using polystyrene plastic sheet, and I'm using gilding wax to give it that worn metallic look. So here is where I ran into a little trouble. I knew I wanted to make the basket that sits on the front desk in the bakery, like the one in the movie, but I didn't think about the fact that I have zero basket weaving knowledge until I was halfway through this build. So after a few tries, following some tutorials online and making no progress, I came up with this idea that I didn't have to make the bottom, which was the part that was hard for me. So I made this star shape out of cardstock and then wove some cotton string through the arms of the star, then glued the arms down to the inside to finish the top edge. And then I painted it with some brown acrylic paint. I'm using a technique that I started using back in the Bob Ross video a few videos ago to make these jam jars. This is like vacuum forming, except I don't use a vacuum. I just heat the plastic and then use a mold to press the plastic down around the wooden rods. I use UV resin and acrylic paint to make the jam. I'm curing the resin for 1 minute using a gel manicure ultraviolet light. The Ghibli movies have the most beautiful worlds with amazing details, but one of the details I love in this shop is the old-timey antique cash register they use. I'm sorry, footage of me painting it got deleted, but a big thank you to Savage Brewski for gifting me a few Citadel paints to try out. So I caved and used polymer clay to sculpt the phone and Gigi the cat. I want to be fair to the polymer clay, so I'm planning some mini projects that will give me a chance to use it more. The crazy expression on Gigi's face is exactly the one I've seen on my own cat, all ball, usually right before he's about to break something or bite somebody. So I've recreated it lovingly here for you all to enjoy. And with those finishing touches, the bakery is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please share it on Facebook or Instagram or Reddit or wherever with someone else who you think might like the video. That's all for me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.